Are you swamped with housework and feeling all alone? Hello, I'm Pico the Sun, and tonight with me is...
Mommy, Grace.
Okay. And today we're going to talk about house rules. A bit of a background for this video. We do live in the Philippines, and it's common in the Philippines to have a household help.
Yes.
But for our situation, since the pandemic, which was in 2020, we've had no house help.
It's really how you handle the ongoing cleanliness of the house. So, we've had some discussion about it kasi we don't have help. So, we have to have some kind of rules with regards to how to keep the house in order. I always tell my kids, whoever cannot stand the clutter usually gets the bulk of the cleaning duties.
Or in Filipino, kung sino di makatiis, siya maglilinis.
Yes. It's a rule in my house also. So for example, of all the four of us, I'm the cleaning freak. And what I've learned from a lot of my friends is that they get so frustrated with members of their household not helping out in cleaning. And that this is the source of their frustration. And in our home, since I'm the one who needs to have things clean, I don't really resent cleaning. And I don't resent it because I just can't live in a messy home. So I take it upon myself because that's my own choice. I want a clean home. And so I don't resent cleaning it. But I tell them, since I'm the one who cleans, I make the rules about cleanliness. So it's kind of the rules in our home. They know that I want the surfaces free, the stairs without anything on it, ganyan. So they know already that if they leave anything on top of my surfaces, that's going to disappear. So, and everyone knows that and abides by it.
I guess that's the best and the number one rule, no? Whoever cleans the house makes the rules.
Yes. So,
and enforces them too.
yes, so I enforce it. I don't enforce it in a mad way. It's just that when they have clutter, it disappears. So they just have to ask me where it is. But because of that unspoken rule, they already know that when I come home and there's something of their stuff anywhere in the places where I clean, they have to take it out. Otherwise, I will take it out for them. I don't resent it because I just need my surfaces clean.
But I think that's a good segue to like someone asking, but what if I'm too tired and the house isn't clean? What if I'm the one who cleans the house and I'm too tired to clean it?
Well, the first thing that I would like to advise people when you're in that situation is that if you are feeling resentful in doing the household chores, please don't proceed to do the household chores. If resentment comes to my heart, I stop. I won't do it. I'll go up. I'll read the Bible or a religious book.
Yeah.
I will pray and say, Lord, come fill my heart. Because it's getting nasty in there.
That's true.
Alright? I'm thinking all these thoughts about these people that I'm with. They don't even know it. And if there's just too much work and it ends up that your house is messy, then so be it.
I think resentment might also be like a warning sign that your tank of love is running on empty.
Yes, you're running on empty.
Because you'd never be resentful in the first place if you had a heart overflowing with love. There is no place for resentment in a heart that's overflowing with love.
With love.
People watching the video might be wondering, but shouldn't I be able to train my household members or members of my family to help me out in the cleaning? Shouldn't we like assign tasks to people? You do the dishes, you clean the table, you hang the clothes or whatever.
Yes, you should be able to train it. If you're the mother or the father, there should be some chores that the household members have to do. But what if they don't want to do it? So there you have to go into prayer again to be able to enforce rules.
I think the prayer component is really an important part in that process because of how for some individuals or some families it might be a different scenario or situation. Like their kids could be younger, in which case it could be part of their responsibility as parents to teach them the value of household chores. And for them as parents, it could also be their responsibility to discipline their children and enforce rules and teach their children to follow rules.
Yes, it depends
Yeah.
what God wants you to do.
Yeah, which is where prayer comes in. I like how you mentioned that it's important that you do the chores without the resentment. Example, for me in my situation, when I vacuum or wash the dishes, the fact that I ask God and He asks me to do those things, the experience of doing the chores actually feels like I'm loving Trisha in that way. Before, when I would not pray before doing the chores, yun nga, there would be times when I would be resentful about it. Why do I have to clean this? Why do I have to be the one to vacuum every day?
Yes.
But then, when I pray, which is why I say it's an important part of the process, God shows me that, no, this isn't a job that's been given to you. It's not a burden that's been given to you. But instead, it's a chance to love your wife that I give to you. Funnily enough, because I prayed, there are times when I vacuum and I feel honored that I'm vacuuming.
Yes, of
or I
course.
wash the dishes and I feel the same. I feel honored that I'm washing the dishes for my wife. Funnily
Praying
enough.
kasi gives you the love. Okay, the most painful thing about chores is that if you're doing it and no one's loving you back, when you're doing it in love, for example, if you're not a praying person, you're doing it for your family, and your family does not love you back or doesn't appreciate
Yeah.
you, right?
You feel used or
You feel used or abused,
unappreciated.
unappreciated.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you get resentful. That's why it's so important to pray. Kasi when you pray, someone appreciates you. It's God. So when you do your housework in love with God, you always have that love returned to you by God.
I think you outline an important process there where what happens when you don't pray and you do household chores is that you throw out this love and it goes into a void.
Yes.
Nothing comes back.
Nothing comes back
You
to
keep
you.
throwing and throwing your love.
So you'll be empty and
in
you'll get
terms
mad.
Yeah, in terms of household chores, and then nothing returns. So you
Yes.
become empty because you spend all your time and your effort showing love in these chores, manual labor, and yet nothing comes back.
Yes. That's why when you're doing household chores, that mind must be placed in God. That you're doing it for Him, to honor the family that He gave you, to love the person that you're doing it for. Since, albawa, it's the room of your daughter or the room of your son or your own room, your husband and wife room. And you're doing it for God in honor of the people that He has given you. And it overflows to the person that you are physically with and you're doing it for. That's why you'll never get resentment because it's always being returned to you. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like
Happy
and subscribe.
chores.
Happy chores. Happy chores. Go pray, guys. Bye-bye.
Many plates to wash.